everything about it. To use a phrase, arms race would be appropriate, because that's what it became. We'll spend this, we'll spend this.
We were going into a different era of football with the Premier League, because that's when all the prices went up. It was like going from an Asda to a Waitrose, weren't it?
It may only be late October, but the pressure's already on for the most successful club in England over the past couple of seasons. Today, the meeting of the two clubs who raced to the line for the Premiership title last season.
This David Goliath story would begin in the first head-to-head of the season, with Blackburn welcoming the reigning champions Manchester United to their new stadium.
It's one big test after another for Manchester United, with Blackburn Rovers totally focused on proving they have what it takes and give this town and its spectacular new stadium a prize worthy of the huge investment now behind Blackburn Rovers Football Club.
If Blackburn were to lose, United would move ahead of them in the table.
I think the importance of the first head-to-head is the psychological damage which we could inflict upon them.
Cantona.
It's for Manchester United, but you look at the team that they had, and you look at the quality in each position. That was a huge goal for us. You're playing against the best team in the country.
So takes. Michael's come a long way. Oh, the punch goes to Warhurst. Hughes. Time is beckoning from Leisha. It's a penalty.
I can't believe that decision. I cannot believe that decision. Henning there. The ball came off. Oh, that's unbelievable.
When you play in a big club against a smaller club, you have an advantage. It's the history of the club. It's a part of the psychological war, which is very, very important.
Sure.
If we can beat United, the belief that puts in us is huge.
3-2 win here, 8 days ago. Lasso for Hughes, and it's 3-2 against Blackburn.
Oh, I remember that now.
To make absolutely sure for Manchester United, sharps with him. Kanchelskis still and still. 4-2.
Blackburn's new £26 million squad had failed to land a blow on the reigning champions.
I think the best ones were at United, and they couldn't buy them. So they could buy anybody, but the best ones were at United, so we were the better team.
Sky's coverage of this crucial head-to-head was watched in homes and pubs across the country. The Premier League was fast becoming must-see TV, and with a growing audience, yet more money flowed into the game.
Football became an industry much more than it had been before, and it was a huge part of the tapestry of the country by then. Everybody was talking about the Premier League, but I think football struggled to deal with that, and by that I mean the figures that were becoming involved in football was so far and away above anything that had been spoken of before. It was moving away from the man on the terrace.
Too much driven by money, too little driven by sporting spirit. That's the Labour leader Tony Blair's verdict on our football clubs.
In 4 years, the cost of a Manchester United season ticket had gone up by 70%.
Based out of football, and something has got to be done.
Prices were rising, and a big chunk of the cash was ending up in the players' pockets. Eric Cantona, the joint top Premier League earner, was said to be on £10,000 a week.
Most of the time, the journalists who ask questions like this, do you think there is now too much money in football? But they are the one who made it. All the Sky Sports and everything, they are the one who made this system.
There was a moral judgment placed on how much money players were getting because we identified them as wealth, and with wealth came assumptions of how they should behave.
The widening divide between fans and